What's up, everybody? It is August 29th, 2023. It's Tuesday. So first up today, we had a Trane Heat Pump outdoor unit from 2012. Technician went out on the weekend, diagnosed a leak, refrigerant leak on the hot gas line. Actually had a couple leaks. So we went back out there this morning, fixed the leaks, changed the filter dryer, and got them back going. So take a look. All right, guys, we have a leak to fix today. I don't know what this is, but the leak is down here on this discharge line. So I'm going to show you with the new leak detector where it's at, and then we're going to get it fixed. All right, so while she's warming up, let me show you everything on it. This is the D-Tech Stratus. Takes a little while to warm up. Has a cup of coffee while it's warming up. Attached, it comes with this wand here, and then it also comes with a longer wand here, which is nice. This wand is probably about 18 inches, and I think that one's probably 12. Comes with earbuds in case you want to connect the earbuds here and listen. Comes with 5 replacement cartridges here. Comes with a charger, and then comes with a car charger also here, and then it comes with wall adapters here. So like I said, it does take an awful long time to heat up. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Gives you the battery display right up there, and this gives you a parts per million as it finds it. You can actually turn off this beeping too if it annoys you, which it sometimes annoys me, which is okay, because your parts per million will come right up on the screen. So we are going to go straight to where we know the leak is, which is right down here, and look, it's picking it up instantly. It has a patented cloud hunting technology. So we're going to go to mode here, and we're actually going to, we are in the low sensitivity, so, and we'll go back, and then we'll also set up the min max, or the max. So yep, we're just going to go down here right away. We are on low sensitivity here, and there it is. It's picking it right up. So it's leaking right on this discharge line right here. So I plan on using this a lot in the future. Look, it clears off pretty quick too. So now that we know where our leak is, we'll go ahead and get started on recovering the remaining refrigerant. We're also going to replace the filter dryer, which is right there, and get it charged back up. Alright, guys, as you can see, there's like barely any refrigerant left in this system, so it did a really good job picking up the refrigerant leak with just a small amount of refrigerant left. Alright, we got our flat empty. Yep. Kenny's got her sanded down there. I've got the filter dryer sanded down, so we're gonna go ahead and try to rebraze this here, and see if we can get it to stop leaking. All right, guys, we got our nitrogen hooked up. We're gonna flow nitrogen. We're just gonna bring it up till we're at the bottom part of that braze. Anywhere in between here would be fine, but I like going down to the bottom part, which is about 3 psi. All right, now we're gonna get the torch and try to fix this. All right, we got that soldered up. Looks like it worked out pretty good. I tried to use the 45%. Didn't really look like it was flowing good enough for me. So I just followed it up with the, what is this, 5 or 6? No, this is 15. So I followed it up with the 15. So now we got the filter dryer in place now. About to solder that. All right, guys, it was kind of a pain, but I got it brazed with the help of New Calgon's thermo trap. covered my filter dryer in it so I could really get in there and turn my torch towards the braze, and without that stuff I'd be burning up the paint off that filter dryer. So worked out pretty good. So we're gonna fill her up with nitro and make sure we have no other leaks. This looks a little suspect down here. It looks like a lot of oil. So hopefully we don't have any other leaks down there. But we're gonna fill her up and see. All right, guys, looks like we got another leak down here. Looks like we got a rub out. Yeah, big time leak right there. I can even see it blowing bubbles. I can see it blowing bubbles in that water down there. That's fine. Let me show you guys that. Look at it. Look at it go. You see that, Kenny? Watch it. Watch it right here. You see it? All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do to fix that is, instead of trying to get down in there and cut this piece out and all that type of stuff, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna cut it right here, and then I'm gonna cut it on this side, say right here. We're gonna pull that piece out and either bend a new piece or we'll repair on what's broken, and then just put it right back. And we'll just swedge both this side and the other side back on. All right, here's our rub out here. So we are gonna try to clean this piece up. Looks like it's still a pretty solid piece. See if we can clean that up. All right, guys, I am gonna fix this. We got it cleaned up good. We're just gonna fill that up with solder because I don't wanna do a bunch of, like a whole bunch of swedge joints. So, and I would replace this muffler, but I don't have one. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to repair this. So, yeah, let's get going. All right, so yeah, we just reinforced this with solder here and here. Swedge this here, swedged. That'll come into focus. This side here, we're gonna put it back on, and then we're gonna go ahead and solder her back in. All right, guys, we got this side brazed in, this side brazed in. We're filling her with nitro now. This tank's almost empty. I might have to swap over, depending on how much I can get in with this one. If I get up to 100, that'll be fine. Let her sit. So we'll see if she holds. All right, guys, we're getting there. We're down to about 400. Still pulling. Give her a while longer. All right, guys, we're down under 280. Might give it a couple more minutes and do a decay test. See where we're at. The system is, I believe, 11 or 12 years old. So if we can keep it, keep it under 500, that'd be great. But 2012 actually. So it is 11 years old. It was 11 years old this July. So it seems like it's still dropping. So I might give it a little while longer, see what it really bottoms out at. That's a pretty decent vacuum for this old system, and considering I fixed 2 or 3 leaks on it, so looking pretty good. All right, guys, the data plate's looking for 10 degrees of subcooling, plus or minus 3 degrees. And just from running for about 10 minutes now, we're pretty close. You'd like to see that suction line temperature a little lower, but we'll let it run for a little while, but it looks like we're pretty good because the suction line temperature is still dropping. Superheat's 15 degrees. Everything's looking pretty good. It took, whoops, it cut off. I think it took just under 7 pounds. Yeah, I think it took just under 7 pounds, so. 6 pounds, 10 ounces. All right, we'll let it run. Guys, we're looking pretty good here. We are right at 10 degrees of subcooling, 17 degrees of superheat. Looks like she's running like a top now. So I did have to take out a skosh. I was getting a little bit high on the subcooling. I was around 16 degrees. So I took out a little tiny bit and got her running good now. Got a little carried away when I was filling her up. All right, guys, next up we have a call that the tenant at the apartment complex is saying the air conditioning isn't working right. The maintenance department has been out there a couple times. He thinks it's working okay. The thermostat's satisfying. He's got a mediocre split. He said it's about 15, 16 degrees, and I confirmed that when I got there. But there wasn't an issue with the system. He kind of called us out there. His exact words when we got there were, can you just look at it? Let me know I'm not crazy. The tenants just have only been there for about a week and a half. I don't think there's anything wrong with the system, but can you give it a once over and let us know? So, but yeah, we ended up finding issues with the system and fixing them and getting it working a lot better than what it was. So take a look. All right, guys, we got one here where the tenant is complaining the system doesn't seem to be cooling properly. Now, we went upstairs. We got like a 14, 15 degree split. The maintenance guys looked at it several times. So we're going to check it out for them too. The thermostat was satisfied at 70 degrees when we got here. It is a 3rd floor apartment too, so it's not very warm today. It seems, the property manager told me they seem to be complaining more at night. So we've already checked out everything inside. There's no dampers shut. We have air out of every vent, and we have a 15 degree split. Just by touching this liquid line, this feels really warm. However, the condenser doesn't appear to be dirty. As a matter of fact, I can kind of see through it. You can see through that condenser right there. There might be some dirt in it. We're gonna hook the gauges up and see what we got. All right, guys, this is what we got. Yeah, so we have, well, it was at 20, but now it's 16 degrees of subcooling. The liquid line temperature is 97 degrees, 237 head. Over here looks okay, but I think we have a dirty condenser here. Either that or we're overcharged. There's no markings of a replacement refrigerant being used here. It is R22, a little squatty unit here. Look at this little 1.5 tons. Yeah, a little 1.5 tons, real short guy. It only holds 3 pounds, 6 ounces. So, it does kind of look dirty from this side though. So we're gonna try to find a water source here. We're gonna try to clean this condenser for starters. We've kind of moved the fan off to the side here. While I was doing that, I noticed this hard start kit is totally blowed apart. I don't know if that's broken or it's just foobarred, but it looks like it's been leaking stuff. It's cracked here at the top, so we'll probably replace that also, or see if it even needs it. But we have a ton of debris in here. I thought it looked clear at first. You can kind of see light through it, but we're gonna clean this thing out. All right, we got a lot of the main debris out of there. And Kenny's gonna start rinsing it out now. After we rinse it, we're gonna hook up the Clean Connect by New Calgon. We're gonna use the New Bright 4 times coil cleaner for the Clean Connect. Yep, we got almost like a half bucket of dirt and debris out of there. They have a nice landscape here, so we don't want to just throw it right on the ground. All right, we're actually using the fan spray attachment with this because we want to really shoot it into that coil. So that's what Kenny's doing now. You can see it, look at all that dirt in there. See, at first glance, it didn't look that bad. But yeah, this stuff it's really packed in there good. So we're gonna work all around, get this thing good and clean, and rinse her off. Yeah, look at all that dirt coming out of there. Yes, sir. All right, we got it set it on there now. We're going to start rinsing it off now. Might actually take that off and put the hose nozzle back on so we get a little more pressure. You can see just what a good job that New Bright does. It just cleans anything it comes in contact with. Look at all that dirt coming out of there. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, we're going to continue to rinse this thing off. Get it good and clean. All right, guys, we got the condenser good and clean. I can see through it now pretty easily. Look, you can see daylight through that thing now. And went ahead and put a new hard start kit on it. And yeah, we're about to start this thing back up. And we'll see what our head pressure is down to. It's going to be pretty low for a little while until our coil gets good and dry. But we'll let it dry up and then we'll see what's going on with it. All right, guys, I think we're just about dry. We might be still a little wet, but already looking a ton better. I mean, we knocked almost 100 PSI off of this. We'll let it run for a little while longer. We'll see how high that head pressure gets up, but this thing is running significantly better. Might even be a little low on charge, honestly. Yeah, guys, you can see this is, it's dry now. I mean, if it's wet, it's very minimal wetness. So she's dry. And we got that head pressure down to 188. Liquid line temperature down to 88. That was almost 100. So we knocked like 10 degrees off of that. Subcooling was around 20. We got that down to 8. Suction pressure 65. Suction temperature 73. And we have, I'm not sure what, oh, I got one of my thermometers on inside my box. But our superheat is about 36. I dare say she's a little low on charge, but like I've said in other videos, I don't carry R22, and there's no markings on this saying that it's other than R22, so I'm not going to just add 422 on top of it. So if they want us to put a pound or so in, we'd have to get it from the shop and come back, but I just don't carry it. But it's doing a lot better anyway, a whole lot better. All right, the maintenance department had R22 in this recovery cylinder here. So we took that from him and we topped it off some, and our suction line temperature is dropping like a stone now. So this thing is doing a whole lot better than what it was when we first got here. So after we cleaned the condenser, put a new hard start kit on it, topped it off with refrigerant, I think we're going to be good to go here. Yes, sir. Yeah, guys, so that's a perfect example of you really got to dig into some stuff. You know, when you get to a call, the thermostat's satisfied, you have a pretty okay split, but I could see on a really hot day, on a 95 degree day, that head pressure being through the roof, the thing not working right, and yeah, I can see that thing being a problem. And the complaint from the tenant was the rooms, it's only a 2-bedroom apartment. They said the rooms seem like they're warm, and they didn't seem warm to me. Of course, I don't live there though, and I'm not in there when the door's shut at night or whatever. So, but yeah, there was an issue. So after we cleaned that coil, which was filthy, and it didn't look filthy at first, we noticed it was low on refrigerant. So, luckily, the maintenance department had some R22. I think it was recovered R22 he had got from another unit. Either way, I used it because you can use, as long as the recovered refrigerant does not leave that property, you can use that refrigerant on the same property. So if I pull it out of apartment number 12 and use it at apartment number 6, that's okay. It's in the same property. It does not change owners. Now, if I pull that refrigerant out of Mrs. Smith's unit and then go use it at Mr. Jones's unit, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. I'm not saying people don't do it, but you're really not allowed to do that. That's illegal. So yeah, that's just a little thing about recovering and reusing refrigerant. You can reuse it as long as it doesn't change ownership. So, but yeah, we charged that one up and got it going. And also, when I was taking it apart, I noticed the hard start kit was cracked in half. The whole top was falling off of it. So I just went ahead and threw a new one of those on there. So, but after that, we had a good split. We had a good superheat and subcooling. So that one is running a whole lot better than what it was when we first got there. So, but all right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. So if you haven't done so already, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We're over 2,000 subscribers now. I really appreciate all of you. And I got some products down in the description. If you don't mind, please donate to the channel. Cash tags are down in the description also. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.